Ooh, that's good.
Welcome to the season 2 finale with Chili and Biscuits.
Chilling
Arnold
biscuit.
Palmer, spiked Arnold Palmer's. You know what? An Arnold Palmer is good. You'd
I call
think
it a John
wouldn't-
Daly.
a John Daly. What? It's
You
already named after a golf. You can't double name it. That's just stupid.
a spiked Arnold Palmer is a John Daly.
I mean, basically, it's amazing how good he actually is. Like,
He's pretty good for a drunk.
no, he's unbelievably good as a pro. As a drunk, he's some sort of messiah or something because it's unhinged. Um, Late. And listen, you
We weren't
okay?
late. We were on time. It just didn't start
Right on
right
time.
at 7:30. It started at 7:30 and a half.
Yeah, because we're thoughtful. Okay, we're not late. A wizard comes at the appointed time with which he chose to come. Not early or late, sir. How was your weekend, Cole?
How was my weekend? What happened? Oh, I just worked. I don't know.
You just worked.
Yeah. It's the end of the month, I'm trying to make rent.
I mean, that's just life, right? Um, these are the times, man. Like things are very weird. Like they're good, but they're not great, and weird shit's constantly happening. So I assume aliens are going to land in the next few months of some sort.
That's why I was talking to my brother maybe like 20 minutes ago. We were listening to Toby Keith, and I was like, I can't believe he's dead. This is the worst decade ever. Like, the 20s have been the worst decade I've ever lived, which isn't many, but like,
But still though, like it's this is a dramatic, like things are weird, man. Like like for all intents and purposes, I'm like, listen, I'm in the best shape of my life, right? Like you're hustling out there, like things are going well, but at the
bro, I'm
same time,
getting
like,
fucking ripped,
yeah,
my
I like
man.
listen, bro, I'm gonna have
You're
a summer
getting
body.
ripped.
I'm gonna have a summer body, and I don't mean in my freezer. I mean in real life. We're gonna walk around with my shirt off, and people are gonna go, "Nice." And I'm like, "You're welcome."
I like how yours we're doing two different things.
Yeah,
Which is funny. We're doing you are eating correctly. I'm not eating correctly at all. I'm just exercising. That's it. I'm not even doing cardio. That's the funny part. I say exercising. I'm just
yeah.
lifting weights until I can't anymore. Like every just and
Bro.
then I'm like, fuck, I'm so
The
time for
only
bed.
the only vibe I get is the 1,000. Oh, it's a deep burn. I feel that deep burns.
Yeah,
Oh
that's exactly what
yeah.
it is. I literally lift about a 15-pound dumbbell
Yeah,
until I can't.
that's okay.
Every single way I can until I cannot, until it's bedtime. Until I'm like, all right, well, bedtime. I'm tired now.
Hey,
But
so this is the thing is Cole's okay, so this is the reality is Kyle just had his birthday. He turned the big 40. You just turned 30. So you're in for a very rude awakening in the next 6 to 8 months where you're like, "Hey man, that usually didn't cause indigestion or
oh, dude,
hey,
I've had indigestion for like 5 years. I don't care.
it's going to get worse, sir." See, you know, that's two failures.
I have indigestion so bad sometimes, and I'm like, I can't breathe. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't breathe.
So,
And
but
people are like, "Are you okay? Are you having asthma attack?" I'm like, "No, it's just because I ate too much
hush your
yesterday."
mouth, sir. But this is the thing: is you're gonna feel much worse. But
I have to quit eating bread, but every time we do this show, you're like, "You want biscuits with the chili?" I'm like, "Sure, I guess."
I don't have a defense on that. I don't have a.
Which is
I
fucked up because you're not eating it.
I'm
You're just
not
making
eating it.
me eat it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, I'm eating right. Also, do you want biscuits with your chili, Cole?
I'm not a good person. I'm just I live vicariously through the people around me. See, this is the thing, is that this is hands down the weirdest time of my life. I'll be honest with you. Like I like having grown up in the
Hashtag
80s
Tyler
and stuff,
Durden.
like it's but that's the thing, is like I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm like, I have clothes that I'm like, oh, I'll just keep this for next year. Like it's weird for me. Like I wear clothes until they're like no longer viewed as clothes. Like I just burn through them.
That's just
Now
called
I'm like,
poverty.
yeah, well, no, it wasn't. It was just being
I've
fat.
always done that.
Dino and Cole are trading spaces. I mean, a little bit. A little
No,
bit.
because I lost weight too. I weighed myself on 267 today. Okay, when I
Yeah.
started my weight loss, I was a solid 280.
Yeah.
We're not
So,
trading spaces. Dino's definitely smaller than me now, which kind of irks me.
so
But
we're definitely very much around the same weight. Like if anything, I'm smaller than you right now.
yeah, I think you are. I wouldn't doubt it. Because I was only like 3 pounds
Whoa.
smaller than you when you were here, and that was 2 months ago. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and I've only like, I don't know, like plateaued, staggered, stayed
And
the
I
same.
very good, Cole. Like, listen, it's mostly the fact is that like now the only cool thing is that you have the ability to govern your diet completely, right? His hands are
I'm not
so
going to. I'm not
no,
changing my diet.
no. But I'm saying is that you can do whatever you want to do. So if you want to fast, you can fast. You don't want to fast, you don't want to fast. Like you can do whatever you want. And listen, like you said, it's your American right to balloon up to 9,000 pounds and fucking do as you please. So and just shoot into the night every once in a while. It'll keep your rent low, taxes low. It's good. It's exactly what you need. Just a little pop pop. Just you know.
I think I just want to be like in that little bubble of where like it's obvious that I'm a single dad, but I'm still like a hottish single dad. You know what I mean? Like he's a good looking single dad. Like I don't want to
And
be like skinny and people are like,
yeah, all you
he's
need
a,
is
he's
you
a
need
dad. Like
you need some good pipes and you'll be
need
fine.
guns, right?
Yeah,
In
you need some
a
guns.
beer belly.
Yeah, beer belly's fine. Nobody cares about a beer belly. But the fact is, like, the whole idea is be flexible, have endurance, have a beer belly. Who gives a shit?
That's the
But
weirdest
but
part.
you
You know,
need to have
you see me in person, and you know that like as a 250 plus pound man, all my weight is in my gut. Like I'm
yeah,
skinny everywhere else. It's just right here. For
yeah, yeah.
whatever I hold like 150 pounds right here.
It's, but that's the whole thing is like once you figure that out, like you're still mobile, right? And that's like that was the biggest thing when my biggest was I just wasn't mobile. You know, I couldn't do things. Now I'm like I can do whatever I want. Y'all really working hard to feel better about yourselves tonight. Jeez, Amy, fucking be supportive, you fucking evil bastard. It's like honestly, your mom is so fucking mean and for no reason just to be mean.
You know what? It's my mom's fault. I have all the poor dieting habits that I have. Okay, because it
Oh,
was
100%.
her who was like, "Okay, it's dinner time at 10:30 at night."
Yeah, which is
I'm like, it's been
horrible
dark
for
for like 4 hours, bro. You
you. Yeah.
mean it's dinner time?
It's so this is the thing though, is that like you have to figure out your schedule too. Like even now, your mom like that's true. She's mean as shit, and she's like, yeah, I just like being mean to people. That's my fucking thing. Jesus Christ. So
Where you get it from?
I don't think you're mean. I think you're a little bit short. Like you're a little bit like you won't put up with people's shit more than you have than is warranted. you know?
But I clap back when people talk shit. Like when people, oh, we're talking shit. Okay, my turn. Let's go.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. But like your mom is like, I want to be first, and you're like, you don't. It's not a contest. That's not. You don't have to win that contest. You know. She's like, nah, I'm gonna make the first person cry. You're like, that's not healthy. That's not
And this
good.
is a woman who loves me. That's what I'm saying. Like unconditionally, even. Yeah.
I mean,
So
but I wouldn't let my kids have sodas or Kool-Aid and felt like I was doing good. I mean, that is a good thing. I'll give you that. Um, Kool-Aid too, like honestly, Kool-Aid and soda are fucking just at pure evil, right? Like, and
it's
especially
just
for a
sugar,
kid,
man.
bro. I remember Jolt Cola. Did you ever have Jolt Cola?
I don't, th-
So it
I don't think
tastes
so.
like Coke, but it's got double the caffeine, and it would light you up,
Dude, that's probably not good.
bro. They just fucking it was the one. It was the first fucking thing that disappeared off the market, where they're like, "Oh, this is super unsafe to give to people."
Yeah, no, you don't. I think the caffeine situation is under control. I don't think anybody needs that. When people are like, "I'm gonna get an espresso shot in my coffee," I'm like, "You're just do cocaine. Just do cocaine. Like, why?"
Bro, I am notorious for I'm like I'll have like a 4x4, like I'll have like 4 espressos in a tall glass with 4 shots of steamed milk. Just like, yeah, that's fine. 4x4, baby.
My my mom said, "What did she say?" She said,
I
"I
actually
actually
had a
had a
career in coke.
career that allowed me to make people cry almost every day. It was almost a requirement." I was about. I didn't know you were a rodeo clown.
Like what? Well, I just want to
I
know
said,
what
"What?"
profession this was, Amy, because I'll be honest with you. Like you worked a guillotine. I don't like. You were the axe man for the king. Like what happened? Kyle says Jolt was the first energy drink. Yeah, it was. It was the first. It wasn't just the first energy drink, but it was the first thing that got banned because I think Red Bull was around the same time as Jolt Cola, but Red
Red
Bull
Bull's been
stayed.
around a while.
Yeah, well, Red Bull stayed, but Jolt Cola, they were like, absolutely the fuck not, because you got to know. Okay, so here's a little known fact is that, guys, Coca Cola was taken off the market or was deemed unfit for children, not because of the cocaine content, it was because of the
I
caffeine.
think I could be wrong, and it
Yeah.
may be a state thing, a state by state thing, but I'm pretty sure that you have to show ID to buy energy drinks now. I don't buy energy drinks, so I don't know personally, but and I don't think that it's like I think it's like you have to be 18 to buy a Red Bull or a Monster now, depending on the state, mind you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I could see that though. I could definitely see that. So Kyle doesn't drink coffee. He hasn't had energy drinks.
what the fuck
Uh,
is wrong with him? He's always
yeah,
sad. He's always talking about how
I
sad he
know.
is.
I feel like coffee would change his life. But at the same time, he may go on like a crazy rampage and like kill 30 people. So it's like, I mean, I'm willing to take that chance. But at the same time,
He,
it's pretty
I
dangerous.
would go on a rampage if I didn't have coffee long enough.
I mean, a little bit. I was an advocate for disabled children in the educational setting. I feel like parent, that's a long way to say parent in Texas. To go to school districts and tell them all the reasons
My
we're going
advocate.
to, we're going to sue them. It was so great. I mean,
I
I,
wasn't disabled. I just had C's.
bro, my parents, when hey man, I'm in, get the camera. I mean, I want to attach a GoPro to Kyle and then load him up with like just like an entire pitcher of coffee. You know what I would do? Hey, so when I would study for like uh, uh, some of the courses I had to do when I worked as a financial planner, I would brew an entire pot of coffee and then also like a whole thing of milk and just pour half coffee, half like steamed milk into a giant beer stein and drink that. And I'm like, and bro, I would just go all night. And I'm like, yeah, there's no problem. Just,
My
oh no,
grandfather was
baby.
like
I
that.
had clients all over the state. I mean, that sounds like a weird stripper thing, but okay.
My grandfather will brew coffee all day long. From the moment he wakes up till fucking 4 o'clock in the morning, he'll just drink coffee. And then I don't understand why, because if you're that hyped up on caffeine, why did I have to tackle the alligator?
I mean, that's a fair question. Like that is, and also too, like, was he getting you in on that caffeine? Because like,
I'm pretty sure he'd be like, "You want some coffee?" I'd be like, "Sure." And then
like,
like I'm 18 years old, mind you, like just fresh adult, not even really an
oh,
adult, 18 and 4 coffees in. I'm like, okay,
so,
so like, are you done telling me stories now? Because I need to go throw up and maybe like
oh yeah,
assault somebody.
oh
Like
definitely.
I'm freaking out.
Oh, he was trying to toughen you up. Listen,
Well, it worked. It
well,
worked.
so this is the thing is like my generation was the first, not maybe not first, but we really were popularizing coffee houses because we wouldn't go to drink, we would just go for a coffee or a hot chocolate and shit like
Yeah,
that.
y'all started the Starbucks trend.
Yeah,
Y'all
definitely,
generation.
definitely. Um, and but yeah, and then like, because drinking wasn't a big thing when I was a teenager, but that was like because I'm like my parents were like, have a beer, who cares? Like it's not. And I would, and I even in my youth, I could drink people under the table like it was going out of style. Victoria says, I'm a consistent tea drinker and I haven't felt buzzed before. Victoria is a alcoholic. I'll tell you guys that right now. She is a wild alcoholic. She beats me
I
regularly.
want to drink with her then.
Oh, can
But
you?
did I ever tell you a story about when I first moved up to Ohio? It was probably like 2, 3 weeks in. I moved
Mm,
up here. And I'd only been dating my baby mama maybe 6 months at that time. And she had just reunited with her childhood best friend who was a Russian immigrant, right? And my baby mama is an Irish, she's first generation Irish immigrant, right?
so
So, or second, I'm
neither
sorry, second
one,
generation. So her parents are Irish.
neither one could be trusted with secrets of the
Right,
state.
right, right, right.
Period.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm sitting here just probably 3 hours in, just hanging out with them, just hanging out. We're not even partying, you know what I mean? And
Right.
they're just talking and chit chatting and like gossiping. You know how women are. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, why the fuck am I so drunk right now? And then I start doing the math, the mental math. I'm like, a Russian immigrant and an Irish, first gen American. Like, I wasn't ready for this.
Yeah. No. 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 That's not.
And
That's gonna hurt.
they're not even like wobbling or slurring their words. I'm fucking destroyed, dude. This
Yeah.
was
Yeah, yeah.
2014. You know what I mean? I was 19 years old. I wasn't ready for this, like at all.
So this is the thing is like, so I have that problem. Like I went out with Kyle to a guy had a house party a little while ago, and it was not many people showed up, but it was something to do. So we went. I told Kyle bring a bunch of beers, and then I brought a couple joints. So we smoked a big fatty first thing, like right out of the gate. And I'm like, we'll smoke a big fatty right now, and that way, by the time it's time to go home, we're good to go. He's like, it makes sense. And then I proceeded to have like 9 beers.
Yeah, I don't do both. I don't smoke weed and drink. I do one or the other.
The problem is, I'm like, all right, I'll see you guys later. They're like, are you gonna drive home? I'm like, yeah. They're like, how? And I'm like, I'm fine. And there's like,
Wow, you
for
just
real? And I'm
drive.
like, yeah, I just get. I'm like, it's not a big deal. I'm like, bro, I've made poor decisions when I was in my youth, but you learn real quick because you survive. That's just the fucking math, bro. Right? Everyone learned to not go near the car asking for directions because little Johnny disappeared one day. That's fine. It was so bad he actually called home and told me he might drink himself to death, so he didn't look like a pussy in front of his girl trying to keep up with.
Dude,
I mean, I get it. I get it.
that first year up here where she was hanging out with all her family and stuff, it was a lot of me puking my guts out. Like when I got home. Just because she would drink like it was like water, dude. Like water and she was thirsty. Like
Bro. That's the thing is, hey,
Was now
Bro,
on the season's vet, but
you never had a chance in that relationship, bro. She was
yeah, 'cause I always look
you
like a
didn't know
bitch, right? Like,
no, because that's the thing is you don't have to keep pace with everybody else. You just have to you don't have to keep their pace. You just have to pace yourself and go the distance.
yeah, but I
So,
was so I wasn't even old enough to drink legally. I wasn't even old enough to buy alcohol, and because I don't know how Canada is, but like here,
yeah.
you have to be 21. So like, I wasn't even thinking about keeping pace with her. I was just keeping pace with her. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I wasn't understanding that like people have limits. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't think about
Yeah.
that when you're
You
fucking
don't.
19
No.
years old. You know what I mean? Like, none of that, but you also subconsciously, like, in front of
You-
your girlfriend who's
I
like
could do this, yeah.
super hot, you don't want to look like a bitch. You know what I mean? So you just throw him down like you're Thor from the first movie.
Bro,
I love her. Yeah.
I remember New Year's 1999. So like Y2K, like the big
Jesus Christ, you're so
fucking.
old.
I'm so old. Thank you for that. Okay,
I'm like 5.
so I'm legal to drink and everything like that, and I brought a girl to this party. It was a house party again, and I'm doing shots and drinking beers, and I'm just like, bro, no problem. I had just lost 90 pounds as well. Okay. So I was 250. I was the weight I was now. Okay. Uh and yeah, chicks loved me, man. It was great. But this girl starts keeping pace with me, and I'm like, hey, you shouldn't keep pace with me. She's like, no, I'm cool. I'm like, hey, it's not a contest. No one keeps pace with me. I'm like, don't do this. You're gonna ruin yourself. And she's like, no, it's cool, it's cool. I'm like, can someone take the booze away from her? And they're like, she's an adult. She's doing whatever she wants. And I'm like, all right. And then like by 1 o'clock, I was just in the bathroom holding her hair. I was sitting on the bathtub, just holding her ponytail, and she was just yakking.
Why that's
I'm
funny
like,
to me is because that's what my baby mama was doing to me. She was holding my hair back.
he's such a bitch. Oh my god. And Kyle's like, wait, am I a bad friend? I
She was
mean, you
like,
might be.
she would like pat me on the back and she'd be like, "It's gonna be okay." And I'm like, "Are you sure?"
Like, I'm gonna die here. Yeah.
Like weekly, at least once a week. Like she'd be like, "It's gonna
There you
be
go.
okay." And I'm like,
Bro, that's
I
a
don't know
lot of
why this keeps happening.
bro, that's a lot. Victoria's like, har. Yeah, I know. Don't. Even Victoria, like, bro, we've been driving home, and I'm like, okay, you drive, and then I'm like, okay, pull over, quick. I'll just throw my head out. I'll open the car door and just close the door. I'm like, all right, keep going.
I haven't thrown up from drinking in years. I think I'm probably like rotting on the inside. Like my liver doesn't even reject it anymore. It's just like whatever.
You got, hey, I'm telling you, here's a hint for everyone: is in the morning, first thing in the morning, warm water with a squeeze of lemon, and then also a glass of water with a shot of apple cider vinegar. Those two things will clean your liver out regularly. Do it before you eat anything, you'll be fine.
And if you don't want to do that, there's this special drink called a Bloody Mary, and you can do that instead. You can put lemon in it too.
Bloody
Not
Mary,
bad.
full of grace. Hallowed be thy name. Yeah. That's now I gotta look up the Archer Bloody Mary prayer.
All right, let's start this show.
What are we doing? We're
We're
making
chilling.
chili and biscuits. Bloody Mary.
I need to sharpen my knife. Yeah. Throw some beef right up in that fucking pan. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, mostly. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, this is the rhyme. It's for I am a sinner in the hands of an angry God, Bloody Mary, full of vodka. Blessed are you among cocktails. Pray for me now that the hour of my death, which I hope is soon. Best rhyme.
What the
All
fuck?
right,
Who's
we're doing
talking
all the
shit?
season. I'm talking mad shit, bro.
Oh, stop it.
No, I will never stop talking shit. I will
Okay.
never. I will never not stop talking shit. I don't know. I'm gonna keep talking shit. Let's be honest. Victoria says, "I think we are too old for that now. We're never too old." Ground black pepper. That's a little racist, but okay.
I think I think the whole like you're too old for that. I think that's just like that's like code for like you're boring. You know, like if you catch yourself saying I'm too old for that, it just means you're boring.
Maybe. Yeah, I think so to a degree. I think what people don't realize is like there's a solid chunk of life that's pretty fucking boring. Fresh peeled garlic. Like it. Just dump it in a whole shitload. I like it. Delicious.
Break
But
up
at the
this
same
food.
at the same time, you shouldn't try and get old soon. Just live your life. And you're only as, like farts should always be funny. I mean, that's it, right? Like you don't have to age poorly, uh,
God damn.
right? But at the same time, like
Oh, okay.
take your time. Iodized salt, just in case the commies get their way. We're protected with iodized salt. Victoria says, I don't drink and I've never been bored before. There's always something fun to do. That's also because you're a nerd, but I love you, honey.
That sounds kind of like I watch Marvel, like behind the scenes documentaries.
I'm not
No,
saying shit. I'll watch those documentaries with her, so it's fine.
I mean, I will too, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna
man.
be drunk doing it.
Victoria says, that's Dino. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, honey. Really appreciate the support.
But you see, honestly, Victoria seems like she knows all the deets of how Lord of the Rings was made.
100%. And it's mostly because I tell her.
Correct.
Like I stand there and I'm like, did you know he broke his toe when he kicked that heaven? Like just immediately, just every time,
I know
every
that
time. And I'm a fucking loser.
part.
What's wrong with Marvel?
Because he knows that part too.
What's wrong with Marvel documentaries? Says your mom. Which, Amy, you're too old for Marvel. You stay away from cartoons, okay?
My mom loves superhero movies, believe it or not.
Who doesn't? Are you kidding me? Any people who are like, I hate Marvel movies, I'm like, you're a bad person. That's what that means. You don't like to be happy for other people.
Yeah, like what are you mad about? Like, just
Bro,
watch it and mind your business.
I keep on realizing some people are just unhappy people. And I'm like, you're a loser. You're a loser. It's that simple.
Like at
And they
this
want to
point,
make
it's
it
so mainstream now that like, why you can't like if you're like, oh, it's because it's nerdy. It's like, no, you're just an asshole.
100%. What people don't really realize is the fact that you're like, yeah, man, you don't have to like there's a time and a place to be an asshole. No one's gonna say that there isn't. But the fact is, it's not every day of your fucking life and every interaction with a human being. That's
Exactly.
okay. It doesn't need to be every fucking day.
Most of the time, it's just at the grocery store. Like that's the time to be an asshole.
I mean, you're not wrong. Victoria says we don't associate with people who don't like comic book movies. I mean, that's fair.
It depends on the comic book. Like if it's a superhero thing, sure, but if it's like some weird comic book, they're like, you didn't even watch the comic book of The Walking Dead. And you're like, yeah, because I'm not weird, bro.
Yeah, well,
I watched the show, not the
I'll
fucking comic book.
I'll be honest with you, the comic book was way better, but that's fine.
Sure, I'm sure that's the case. That's the case in most situations, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna read it.
Okay, so your mom is on full. She is full Texas mode right now. She said too old for Marvel. Turned down for what, fool? I believe she's impersonating Mr. T at this point. But
You know, my mom's the same age as you. Like, you can't call my mom old.
no, she's like 9 years older than me. She's like 1,000
like,
years older than me.
What, you're like, what, 44?
Maybe.
She's 48, bro. Like, or she might be 49, actually. But either way, she's like not that much older than me.
Your mom's 58.
She's not that old. She had me.
definitely-
She was a child when she had me.
She's definitely, your mom is 74.
Okay, so I have this spicy pico de gallo that I bought.
Ooh, fancy.
It is expired. It expired yesterday, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it.
Even better. Now we're talking. You can take the demons out of it by cooking it. You're fine.
Right? Yeah, and you know it's fucking been marinated real well. So I got green pepper in there too. I got that green bell pepper in there as well.
That'll be good, bro. Can
and
I ask you a question?
Unsweetened applesauce. Sure.
You like that applesauce from the other day, though, didn't you? You fucking asshole.
Yeah, fucking. I'm trying to get rid of it. Honestly,
applesauce is good. Like, so listen. This is the thing, people. Applesauce is a good base for a lot of weird shit. So it's definitely something that, like, these are the things, like, I'm definitely looking at, like, as my kitchen gets slowly set up, is I'm thinking about, like, pickling stuff and, like, making jams and shit like that, right?
pretty dope, dude.
I mean, Amy says, you're grounded, Cole. I don't know why. I don't know what.
Okay, but it'll go. You know what's the weird part about her saying I'm grounded as a 30-year-old man? It's gonna go over the same way that when I was like 16. I'm still gonna sneak out my window and bang some neighborhood thought. Like,
yeah. That's it. That is. If anything, now you're like, oh, now I have to leave the house. Like,
yeah, right. I'm losing fucking. Can't wait till I'm rich. We can buy like quality equipment.
I mean, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Trust me.
What the fuck?
I gotta start doing stuff. I gotta start doing other stuff these days and start. I need a job of some sort. At the same time, I kind of just want to start cooking on a regular basis just for the fun of it.
Go be a chef, bro.
I
Go
mean,
be a cook.
I should go to be a cook. I think it'll be fun.
Bro, line cook, becoming a line cook is like the most like fun shit ever. If you're looking for a job where it won't like sit in your heart, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's not a thing. But at least like you'll be around degenerates all day long, you know?
Yes, but also I don't want to go back to hard drugs. So
well, don't go back to hard drugs. It's that simple.
Yeah, a line cook that's not on hard drugs. What do I look like Jesus to you?
I've never
I'm
did
fucking
hard. What do you consider hard drugs? Actually, I don't know that I ever did hard drugs. In my opinion, I never did hard drugs.
Anything more than weed.
Now, if you have to get a prescription for it, does that count as a hard drug?
Yes, it does.
Fuck, I did hard drugs though.
Your mom says, "Boy is always banging." I mean, that's it. Victoria's like, "How about no drugs?" Yeah. Stop being such a nerd, Victoria. Jesus, I love you.
My mom said back of the house, for the record. That's BOH, back of the house.
I don't speak whatever fucking Texas Creole she speaks.
That's restaurant.
I know.
Playing, bro.
I'm just trying to piss your mom off because there's nothing she can do about it.
That's not the reason why you said that.
The only thing that she can do is make your life really shitty for the rest of the evening, which I'm okay with. I'm not.
I just won't answer her phone call.
I feel like your mom would come over and be like, "You weren't answering. Are you okay?"
Nah, she can't drive.
Even worse. She'd hit you up for the cost of the Uber and then tell you to drive her ass home.
She's Miss Daisy, bro. All right, so you remember that smoked beef I made?
Oh yeah.
Last week, I'm gonna throw it in there. I have it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Your mom says, bet, Dino. Listen, don't say bet like you're a young person, Amy, okay? You're old as shit, just like me. If not that, worse, okay? You're older than shit. Fucking bet. So I can't say dead ass.
Yeah. Yes, you can. You say it.
Nobody's stopping.
It makes me feel weird. Um,
All right.
Yep.
Let's do that beef in there.
bro, that looks so good. I guess we'll find out if I'm too old. You're too old for everything, Amy. Ha ha. I'm just joking.
Mom is a great bluffer, man.
I feel like your mom is just gonna try and stab me with a screwdriver when I go back.
Just don't come back. Very easy.
I mean, I want to.
Fair.
Especially, bro.
Is
Honestly,
it working? Stab though?
I want to make some more. That corned beef was really good. And your mom says, challenge accepted. There was no challenge, Amy. Jesus Christ. Calm the fuck down. Fucking midget. God. Bro, that looks so good right now.
Now we're gonna add the.
So here's my question. Why does chili not include beans? Can you explain to me?
It does. I don't know why it doesn't. So no,
Okay.
I cannot explain that to you.
I
This
was
is
under the impression, so you are putting
beans
beans.
right here.
Okay. Because I was under the impression that real chili doesn't have beans.
It does. I don't care what anybody says. Now I will say it is a Texas opinion
Yeah.
that beans with chili is wrong, but I'm not one of those guys, which is why I left this whole state. I left the whole state over that. So we are throwing some fucking. I can get the camera angle right. Chili beans
Dakota's pride. Beans
right
in
in
chili.
there.
Beans in chili is a Texas thing? No, I think beans not in chili is the Texas thing. Like the Texas chili doesn't have beans.
Yeah, Texas believes that it's not chili, it has beans in it.
Even Kyle says real chili does not have beans, and I agree.
Well,
I
Kyle's
mean,
the part, so like we all know that. We've been kind of bouncing around that opinion.
so my
But
super
he is
my
Kyle would definitely be one of the kids left behind during the No Child Left Behind act of whatever the fuck George Bush was talking about. There's also
so fucking mean. Okay, so
also I got some pinto beans in there. I got two kinds of beans in there.
delicious.
Fuck
Okay.
no, I'm sorry.
So apparently, for the most part, it's a geographical thing. So in Texas, chili without beans is the norm. This sentiment is carried through many southern states. However, hop on the interstate and head north, and you'll find that many kitchens will be cooking up pots of chili exclusively with beans. So in the north, people like their beans in their chili. So
It's gotta have beans in it. I don't like it's not.
So
It
hold
doesn't
on,
make
Amy.
sense.
You're saying beans in chili is a Texas thing or is not a Texas thing? Google it, Dino. Don't tell me to Google it. You Google it, you fucking bastard. It says Texan chili also doesn't have tomatoes either. Interesting.
Ew.
I like it either way, but without it's kind of a banger. I mean, that's fair.
I got my tomato sauce.
Left behind, I did wonder where everyone went. Wow, I had the opportunity. I mean, listen, like a good chili is a good chili. Beans, no beans, whatever, right? Like I'm always down for more meat, but at the same time, that's expensive.
I like beans though. Like honestly, like
Listen,
if somebody gave me chili with no beans, I'd be like, what? Like what's happening here? Like
I'll be honest with you. At this stage of my life and my health, I am the most comfortable I ever have been in farting regularly. For most of my life, I was like, no, I had to be on a toilet if I was going to fart just in case things went south. So at this point, I'll tell you, I'm open to beans more so because I don't mind farting, but I swear everyone I met wanted beans in theirs. Maybe it was just the quality of people.
Which
Maybe
is
you're
the
hanging.
quality of people.
I mean, bro, that smoked beef you did the other week was really good, though.
It was so good, dude.
Yeah, and the fact that we made Pop Tarts, savory Pop Tarts, were so good.
Every time I brought that up to somebody, people were like, "What?" I was like, "I promise it's good. Just relax and try it."
Your mom says I can't even argue with that. Honestly, I mean, it happens. Honestly, I only after going out with rich folk did I learn to have steak medium rare, and then you learn, right?
Bro, it's not a steak if it's not medium rare or less.
Right? More. You're putting more seasoning on top of when you already okay. All right.
You got it. You got it.
I don't know. I don't have to do anything, sir. What is this? Hot chili seasoning mix. Really? Jesus Christ, man.
Just in case I missed something. Mix that right up in there. It's gonna be a thick chili, by the way, because like, if I'm honest, whatever's left over, I'm gonna slap on some hot dogs tomorrow.
Bro. You gotta take pictures of those and tag me.
I will.
That's the Creole in him. I mean, that sounds kind of gay. I like my Kyle says I like my steak blue. That's not surprising. You look, Kyle looks like you want
I like
to
a
fight
good
now.
undercooked steak myself. But my sister Ruby,
Yeah.
she'll eat a steak all you gotta do, honestly, is defer it. Like just cut the fur off of the cow and hand it to her. You do not have to cook it at all. She'll eat it raw as raw can be. Like
I
it
feel
can
like
honestly it could still be mooing.
I feel like your sister also has like a big wang. Like she got a massive wiener.
She's
she
got
does-
a bigger wang than everybody in this family. I gotta be
She
honest with
does
you.
like she gives off mad like big dick energy. It's very, very perturbing.
I'll have to fill you in on some stories about my sister in
I mean,
like behind the scenes. But yes, she's probably the most gangster of the family.
Victoria asks, "Are you putting any broth in there?"
I wasn't, but now I'm going to.
I feel like you should. It's a good idea.
I'm gonna throw in some chicken broth.
I mean, you should probably put beef broth, but whatever. Fuck it.
I don't have beef broth, and also chicken broth is the best of the broths.
Victoria is calling this kitchen sink chili, and I like it. So
It's honestly just like
we were just talking about that last week. She is a total fucking boss, 100%.
She is. She's the gangster of the family. Of all people, she's the most chill, but she's the quickest to cry about anything. But she'll like also do some gangster shit, not cry, and then cry later. Like, can you believe that happened? I'm like,
And that's
bro,
how you
it's
know
over.
she's a hermaphrodite. She's got a big wang, but still got emotions like it's broad.
Now we're gonna get our biscuits in the
Man, this chili's going fast.
I mean, it's gonna take a second for it to cook. Butter.
Yeah, but everything looked like it was already like ready to go, though, right? Like,
yeah, because I didn't want to cook beans for 3 hours. I'm gonna throw the rest of that butter in the fucking chili.
100%. That's such a pain in the ass, right?
Right? Yeah, because remember when we made the white chili for the Super Bowl, and I decided to use like raw beans, and they weren't done, bro. Like if I'm honest, I pretended like they were for the show, but they weren't. They were crunchy, bro. Like,
yeah, bro. Good on you for taking one for the team. That's fair.
Grayson's over here laughing his ass off. Like,
Oh, Grayson would. See, this is the thing is like, I actually, a buddy of mine recently, not recently, fucking years ago, he made beans like from scratch in a slow cooker, bro, and it had like chunks of pork in there and stuff. It
Oh,
was so fucking good. And like he made his own barbecue sauce and everything. It was so delicious.
so what's the story? Was it good or?
Yeah, man, but he had them in a slow cooker and he did them overnight and they were just fucking killer.
So you wanted me to do something with it, Biscuits. What did you want me to do?
Hello, way to show us behind the curtain with the beans. We can
Not
see your
everything.
brother.
Not everything is a fucking. I'm not a genius back here. I know. I don't see
No.
that one,
Yeah.
but I'm not at all.
This is, by the way, a great camera angle, by the way.
I know. I got a new camera stand, a little cheap one, so that when it's just me and you talking, I put it right there. But for the most part, I think this is what we're gonna do for now. So
It's a good view. Because you also like it's a good picture because you have open area, spices, tools, a little advertising from Campbell's, a little advertising from Tito's. Listen, if you want to advertise on our show, you let us know. You send everything up to Cole, and then also just send me a check. You send him free shit and send me a check. I'll make arrangements for him to get
you
half.
send it to Dana or Cole. Honestly, Dana's the professional of the group, so it's probably better if you send it to him.
Yeah, and I'll divvy it up amongst everybody because we do want to start doing merch. I'll be honest with you, everybody, because let's be honest, it's our season finale, and we are having a blast. That's what matters. Chili and biscuits, bro. I'm telling you, biscuits. I've made some cool biscuits. Like I even used to cut them in half and like stuff them with cheese and shit too. Do you have any cheese to put on them?
I am gonna put cheese on it. So I'm
Nah.
gonna start shredding that here in a second. I'm gonna grab that cheese real quick. So
I like.
this is honestly like the quick way to make homemade chili. You know, everything's canned, everything's kind of already.
No, but listen, it's the same thing when I made lasagna, people. Is there certain things you can cut a little bit short? What is that? Jalapeno peppers. I like it, monsieur.
I don't have a whole lot of peppers left, so I'm just going to throw the rest of that in there. And then, because I am a genius and a man of the times, I'm going to dump that juice out and keep that as a cup. So
I thought he was going to drink the juice like a man, but he's not because he's not a man. He's like he's like a lady with lady fingers.
don't call me not. Don't say I'm not a man because I won't drink the juice. You won't drink the juice either. Get the fuck out of here,
Bro. I'm still honestly, everyone. If you haven't checked out the roast of Cole Clayton, check it out because some of the roasts that you'll hear from his sister were still some of the most savage things I've ever heard said to the poor guy. And like they will live on in my memory. And I'm like, bro, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and be like, because it's fucking jokes.
I mean, who did you think was going to give the best roast? A family member or somebody who barely knows me?
I mean, or somebody who can barely speak English, one of the two. But you know, it's just how it is.
None of y'all know me like my sister knows me. My sister's known me her whole life. You know what I mean? So
yeah, listen. Siblings are a whole other situation. Could have put the juice in the chili. Also factual, but you know he chose not to. Why? Because he wanted to waste it. He wanted to waste it as if he was showing off to the audience, going, "See, I pour it out. I don't need it." Ruby would have drank the juice. I mean, she probably would have dipped her dick in it and then told Grayson, "Hey, you have to drink."
Bro, I forgot about this shit. When I was like 18, right around the time I had to tackle an alligator, I bet my sister Ruby like $30. I was like, I had a can of dog food. I was like, if you eat this, I'll give you $30. And without breaking eye contact, grabbed a can opener and opened that shit and drank it right out of the can. The whole can. And I gave her $50. I was like,
What
I had
the
a $50 bill. I was like, here you go.
fuck?
Like,
Can I? Orchid says he can
this
mail it
is
to you, Tino.
nobody
Oh,
to fuck
Jesus.
with.
Listen, I already did a one chip challenge on this show. I don't need to prove anything from, okay? I'm already a man. Now, I'll tell you, I know I'm a man specifically because my wife told me I am.
Oh, yeah. That counts.
Yeah, she told me I'm a big, strong man and everyone else should be afraid. Ta-da!
Yeah. Was he hugging you and patting you on the back at the same time? You're a big, strong man.
Also correct. Oh, boy. My tough baby girl. That's it. Yeah. I got a new vape today and I'm trying it out and it's pretty good. Even the guys at the vape shop are like, hey, you should adjust your thing down from the voltage. I'm like, all right, whatever. Cool.
What's the flavor?
I don't know. It's called Purple Hills.
That's not a flavor.
It's I don't know, it's a brand, and then it's Creemore Valley Kush. But it's live resin, is what it is. So
The block in the plastic. This chili is about ready. As soon as the biscuits are. What else I need?
hey, before you put that in the fridge, take a paper towel and put it in the Ziploc with it.
No.
And I'm telling you, it doesn't get all that weird feeling.
I'm not doing all that.
Do it. Orchid says manly Purple Hills. That's right.
I swear to God, Grayson, if you don't stop eating the rest of the food and then putting the containers back in the refrigerator, I'm gonna kick your ass. There's no pickles left. It's just pickle juice. I swear to fucking God.
You fucking got you though, bro.
Yeah, you get it all the time. It's just never on the fucking internet.
That's a solid fucking get though, bro. Like it's because there is nothing more enraging than pulling out the jar and being like, there are no fucking pickles. What kind of a fucking asshole doesn't get new pickles? And you just
I went grocery shopping today. I would have grabbed pickles. I thought I had pickles.
I mean, like 100%. That's exactly how that works. Like it's just Kyle's like, I drink pickle juice. Jesus, Kyle, you won't drink fucking coffee, but pickle juice, you're like, delicious. What the fuck, bro?
Down in Texas, actually, they have like pickle juice snow cones. That's a big thing down there.
Pickle juice snow cones.
Yeah, so they just take shaved ice and throw pickle juice over the top.
Wow.
It's not good. I don't.
Your mom says, "Fuck chili without pickles." Grayson is cold AF. I mean, I feel like that's aggressive, but okay.
That's what I'm saying. You remember what I was saying earlier? I was like, Gen Zs don't communicate with people.
No,
they made up their whole language. They made up a whole ass language, but don't communicate nothing. He wasn't this fucking Gen Z 23-year-old wasn't like, hey, are you gonna use the pickles or something? I'm like, I would have been like, yeah, I'm gonna use the pickles for that. No, he just ate all the pickles and then would rather me beat his ass later. Like,
yeah. The worst part is this. All he had to do is say, hey, I'm having the last pickle, so we have no more pickles. At any point in time. Bro. At any point in time, he had to say that. Did he know you were going grocery shopping yesterday?
I generally go grocery shopping on Mondays. That's not normal. He says no. He's shaking his head no right now.
Yeah, but we both
I
know he's a
grocery
fucking liar.
shop almost every Monday. If I don't grocery shop on Monday, it's Tuesday. You know why? Because of this show. So it's either Monday or Tuesday. Usually Monday.
So he's just being a Gen Z fucking prick.
Yeah, everything's made for him. He's the
Of course.
boomers. The boomers run the
Pickle
world. Yeah,
juice
you
is
wouldn't
very high.
know. You wouldn't know because you have everything handed to you. Get the fuck out of here.
Kyle says pickle juice is very hydrating. Get the fuck out of here, you liar. Okay. I feel like you're saying that just because you're weird. Like, that's like, see, I don't believe that just the same way that Heinz ketchup is like, oh, runners use Heinz ketchup packets to get a little boost of energy. And I'm like, no, they don't.
Grayson's
That's not real.
listening, okay? Grayson's watching the show, right? He said, pickle juice is not hydrating. It's made out of salt and vinegar. Like,
Yeah. No shit. Thanks a lot, Grayson, for shedding some light on the situation.
well, you're welcome. All right. This is our chili. This is gonna be so good. That looks like chili too, right?
I don't know what that means.
He asks, disconcertingly, or a little brown sugar in there.
No, I just took a big puff off my vape, and then I coughed so hard that like my brain stopped working for a second.
No brown sugar.
Brown sugar. Here's a question for you: how do you how do you feel about cinnamon when it comes to ground beef?
I don't mind it. I know a lot of people that put cinnamon in their chili. I
Yeah.
typically go chocolate. Honestly,
Ooh,
in my cinnamon.
you are a dirty slut.
Chocolate.
Are you
I don't
going
have any
chocolate?
chocolate, so I'm not going to, but
You're a motherfucker.
no, chocolate and chili is typically a Cincinnati thing. Which
Okay.
is how I kind of became like at Cincinnati is part of Ohio, if you didn't know.
I do know. I know that. I know
I'm
that.
of the opinion that it's not of Ohio, it's more Kentucky. But and if you tell people from Cincinnati that, they get really mad, which makes me feel like they are of Kentucky. It makes me feel more like they're of Kentucky. They get
Yeah.
really mad about it.
But also, that seems like people when you tell people that Australia isn't real, and people are like, "I'm from Australia," you're like, "Right, I'm sure you are." It's like it's just to fuck with people, but at the same time, like, it's not wrong. It sounds like a made up
everybody
place.
knows Australia is just Texas, but with an English accent.
Something like that. Yeah. Okay.
It's just
Your
posh
mom
Texas.
says chocolate and peanut butter. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
obviously
peanut butter in my
he's not
chili.
making a dessert. Just calm down.
Right.
Pickled
It's not
juice
a
can.
racist peanut butter stuff.
So Kyle responds to Grayson. Pickle juice contains electrolytes in the form of a lot of sodium and some potassium and magnesium.
You know what sodium is? Do you
That's
know what sodium is? It's salt.
That's why you can use it as a natural electrolyte, says Skoda.
Do you ever taste it? This is how I know Kyle doesn't drink, okay?
Don't yell at me. He does drink. Kyle drinks.
Hold on. This is how I know Kyle doesn't drink, okay? Because Pedialyte is what you drink after you've had a binge night, okay? I'm going to have one later. I have a great Pedialyte in my refrigerator right now, okay? And if you've ever tasted a Pedialyte, it's for children. It's for children who are deathly sick. They have the cold, and it's so bad. They have the scarlet fever, okay? And I drink it when I'm hungover, okay? Because I'm old, all right?
Okay.
And if you taste, it tastes like salty grapes. All right.
Yeah.
It's salt is an electrolyte. Stop telling me, oh, it's hydrating or whatever. It's salty juice. It's salty juice. Get the fuck out of here.
So, inadvertently, you just proved Kyle correct. It's fine. However, funniest shit I've ever seen in my life as well. So,
it's not hydrating. It just makes you feel better.
Listen, that's true. My rheumatologist recommends I drink pickle juice every day. Maybe that's because your rheumatologist is some sort of megamind bastard.
Yeah.
Kyle says, I didn't even write that, dude, so suck it. I had Pedialyte to rehydrate for my fight. So, boom, in your face. This is hilarious because Kyle's right and Cole just agreed with him. It's very entertaining for me.
It's not. I didn't agree with him.
Yeah, you did. You know why? What do you think an electrolyte is? It's hot. That's what fucking makes
An
you hydrate.
electrolyte is salt, but that doesn't mean it hydrates you.
But it does. That is what. But an electrolyte does hydrate you. You fuck.
No, it doesn't. Ah, it's so hot.
I'm going to cut you right in the face. Okay.
Salt.
Have you ever put salt in your mouth? It's not hydrating.
No, but electrolytes are. So the
But
point
a salt is an electrolyte. Salt is an electrolyte. Sodium.
if it's paired with the right things, yes. Okay, so my wife says Pedialyte popsicles. Okay, yeah, that was the what thing I was gonna say. So we got Pedialyte popsicles, and they were so fucking gross. It was the worst thing I've ever experienced. I'm like, that's just nasty. Your mom says Texas public school education at its finest. I mean, this is.
I didn't learn nothing in Texas. I learned everything. And anything that okay, hold on.
I want to say that
Anytime
I
I
want
repeat something, anytime I say, hey, hi, I know some stuff. It's not because of my education. It's because I Google until 4 a.m. every morning. Okay, I'm on Google and Wikipedia mostly. Sometimes YouTube, sometimes mostly TikTok and Wikipedia all night long. And then I'm like, hey, I have something to say. I'm going to regurgitate everything that I saw last night. It's not has nothing to do with the schooling that I was required to go to.
I feel like as a finale, this is going so great. Kyle says, I don't think there's ever been a show when the experts are in the audience.
What?
Your mom just said, I rest my case. The fuck? He clearly didn't Google electrolyte. I mean, yeah, no, that's fine. This is
dead ass to both of them.
this is hands down some of the funniest shit that I've ever experienced in my life. So thank you, everyone. I appreciate you obviously triggering the fuck out of my co-host because if anything, it has made him violent and he's in his own home. So it's perfect. It works out great.
The biscuits aren't done yet. I mean, at least 2 more minutes. What do you mean?
And the biscuits are. Make sure you don't burn your biscuits.
They're not done. Shut up.
Good.
He clearly didn't Google electric. Fuck you.
I'll tell you this much. Good biscuits are by far some of the most important things
I'm hungry, dude.
you need to be able to make as somebody who lives on their own. So fuck. Are you just eating? You're putting chips in the wow. I mean,
I'm hungry, bro.
LOL. Don't cry. Listen, you.
Ooh, nice herb one.
Oh, that's always good.
Should have got ruffled.
See, I actually buy like corn tortilla chips, and like they're super good. Like they're not very salty or anything, and they're just made out of corn. Because I still try and stay away from flour, right? And bro, I'll tell you, just like a corn chip, like I'll just crack them up on top of chili, and fucking, it's awesome, right?
So glad I'm not battle yet.
Mm. It looks good though.
It's so good, dude. That chili's actually pretty good with that chips.
Yeah,
it was good.
You should put the chips. You should put the chips in there, man. In the
no, I don't want to waste my chips.
I mean, in the bowl, not in the soup.
But I got biscuits.
Oh yeah, fucking biscuits, bro.
1 more minute. And it literally needs like 1 more minute.
Is it
We're starting to get that brown look to them, you know.
Is it
That
I don't know
gold.
what the fuck does seat brand, what does that mean? I don't know.
What?
Is it
Sleep brand, Dino? What are you talking about?
your mom made a comment? Is it the seat brand Dino?
My mom just be saying shit. You don't know.
I have no idea what you mean, Amy. But now I have questions, god damn it. So you would normally add chocolate in there, like just like what? Like just a dark chocolate, or like what would you?
Bro, I'll buy a fucking Hershey's bar typically. I forgot today. I should have done it while I was brushing on it, but
No,
yeah,
no, no.
I'll buy a Hershey's bar, throw it right in there.
I'm intrigued though, like because I
Good.
never would have thought.
It's good, dude.
Yeah. Because only recently, so last year when I went to Mexico, I was in Leon, and we were at the man I was traveling with. His mom is from, like, his family is from there, and we started talking, and she's like, "Oh, do you want a hot chocolate?" And I'm like, "I absolutely want a hot chocolate." And I found out there's a chocolate that is like unbelievable, and it's like spicy and delicious, and it's just
Yeah,
so
dude.
good.
Yeah, because I had I don't know if we'll ever do this on the show, so that's why I'm gonna put it out there. But I had chili powder in my hot cocoa.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
If you ever come upon it, I recommend you buy it. It's called Abuela's chocolate, and it's got like a grandma on the box, and it's so good. And it's just like 1 puck for 1 liter of milk, and I use heavy cream, and it's just so damn good. Because I love a good hot chocolate.
I do too, especially come fall, winter time.
Oh, so this is the thing, is that like the first year that Victoria and I lived together, I went out and I shoveled the driveway, and I come back in and I'm like, "Is my hot chocolate ready?" And she's like, "What?" I'm like, "I just shoveled the driveway by myself. Did you make me a hot chocolate?" And she was like, "No." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Go make me a hot chocolate." Like
Yeah, that's a divorce, bro.
I was enraged. So now she knows, and like I'm like, yeah, as soon as I go, because I'm like, I can shovel the driveway in 20 minutes,
Bro,
right? It's only 4 car lengths, it's fine, it's not that big of a deal. But I'm like, I'll power through it, right?
Shoveling the driveway from snow. This isn't a thing down in Texas, but you were supposed to have hot chocolate, a hot meal, and the best sex you've had all year. That's what shoveling is. That's. I shoveled the driveway. It took at least an hour.
Yeah.
Reward me, man. Like,
Yeah.
set me
100%.
up, dude. Otherwise, why the fuck am I doing it?
Yeah. Yeah. Like that's like such a huge thing where I'm like, what's the rule for mowing the lawn?
Mowing the lawn is just mowing the lawn. That's your job, bro.
That's no, I don't mow the lawn because or that is an agreement. Okay, mowing the lawn, because mowing the lawn, you're out in the sun and it's great, and you get a tan, and it's fantastic. Okay,
yeah, that's not the same thing. Like, get the fuck out of here. If
Shoveling-
somebody's like, I need a reward for mowing the lawn, that dude's a bitch. Divorce him. Divorce him. Get the fuck out of there as quickly as possible. That's his job, okay?
Yeah. I don't do that. Victoria does it, but that's fine. Kyle says mowing the lawn is lemonade or beer.
No, if you want to reward him, sure. But don't
mowing the lawn is hard work, 4,000 steps. Yeah. So you get your exercise in, you get your steps in. The Crimea River. Hey, you can never compare mowing the lawn, because listen, it's not like you're out there with scissors. You're just pushing a machine around. Also, that meal looks fantastic. Okay,
Let me take a picture of it real quick.
Please do. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, everyone, because we are important to you. And if you're important to us, then we're important to you. And if you're important to us, then we're important to you. La la. Okay, Gino, please give me a Starbucks green tea lemonade blended each time I mow the lawn. Yeah, I can do that. That's fine. I'll happily do that. because then it means I'm gonna get myself a coffee too. It'll be glorious. Send me the picture.
It's over to you.
Send me the picture.
Send them over in the Hammer the Cheese group chat.
I'm awaiting, sir. Ooh wee. That is fantastic. Nope, the first one was the best one. What? All right, give me 1 second. Thanks, Dino. What my wife keeps on using my name. I'm assuming that she has like some sort of murder plot.
What does she normally call you, Constantine?
She's trying to disarm me somehow. I'm not sure. All right, everyone. So here is the picture of
Oh,
the
that's a terrible picture.
chili and biscuits. That's a great picture, bro. It's sideways, but it's a good picture.
I sent you like 5 pictures, bro.
I know, but they weren't.
The sideways picture was the best one. That's terrible.
You know what? I don't appreciate your attitude. Oh, this one actually is pretty good too.
This is really good. This is some Texas chili, bro. With beans. With beans.
And here you go. That's the other picture. That's a good picture. This is the chili with the beef and the beans on the biscuits.
Why are you speaking in German?
Like I have any idea what I'm doing. Calm down, sir. This is a Wendy's.
This is so good, dude. Like, fuck.
I mean, listen, I was just gonna have you like dip the biscuits in there, but the fact is that you put them underneath, which is fucking science.
What the fuck was you supposed to do?
Bro, no, it's so good. And then you put the cheese on top of everything, and you're like, listen, there is no man being left behind on that plate. Okay. Like you have everything you need to make sure that that is spotless. And I am here for it. Okay.
I don't want to throw some sour cream on this, but
that is very much a fat guy specific experience, just so everyone understands. Where you're like, listen, there's nothing worse than having to like scrape your plate because you want to eat all your food because you feel like a fat person when you do that. But when you have a biscuit at the bottom soaking up all the goodness, it's just a regular old bite. You don't have to scrape anything up. It just happens and everything goes perfectly. Makes you feel good. Makes you not feel like you're being a piglet. Okay.
This is good.
How are those spiked Arnold Palmers, sir?
It's pretty good. It's not bad. It's a little sweeter than I would prefer, but otherwise, not bad.
I mean, do you prefer your tea sweet or unsweetened?
I mean, I'm from the South, so I'd like a sweet tea.
Okay.
But since this is an Arnold Palmer with alcohol,
yeah,
I like my lemonade more tangy than sweet.
Yeah.
So I think that's just really a me thing. But since it has alcohol, I don't really like a lot of sugar with my alcohol.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the problem with a lot of those drinks where you're like, yeah, but if I made my own iced tea and I made my own lemonade, I could really actually do something pretty cool. But the problem is, if I make a pitcher, I'm definitely going to drink a pitcher of those fucking things.
Dude, I have a big ass pitcher too. My mom got me this. Like,
I mean, yeah, that's fucking.
That's bigger in my head, bro.
Yeah, right. That's and your mom. See, your mom can be supportive. She's like, good show, guys. Like, that's very supportive. Thank you, Amy.
My mom is very supportive.
She's
can't tell.
She's very supportive, but also very aggressively mean and angry. So it's like, she's like, I love you, you fucking retard. You're like, I mean, that's nice, but also I could do without the name calling, you know?
If name calling hurts your feelings, you're a bitch.
No, I just have I have a lot more respect for myself than I deserve. Yeah, I think very highly of myself, but
Fair.
for no other reason than I'm like I'm taller than average, I'm stronger than average, I'm better looking than average, I have less hair than average, and aside from that,
You're better looking than average.
I think so.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
I mean, but I'm saying average is 5. I'm saying I'm a solid 6.5 for a man.
Sure.
What? Fuck you. How about that? Piece
I'm
of
just talking
shit.
shit, man. I'm just talking shit.
Listen, when I had hair, oh yeah, that was a solid 7.5. Now I'm a 7. The only fact
without
is,
the
like,
hair, you're a 7.
yeah, without the hair, I'm a 7. Only because I'm also like, you can see my dimples and shit like that, where I'm like, yeah, I'm beautiful. So it's like, hey, what's up?
I just watched the 4th Expendables. There's a lot of baldies in there in that movie too.
I mean, it's not my first time. I'm an 8 at least. I mean, you're 8 feet tall, you fucking Goliath.
I feel like you're definitely better looking than Kyle. So if he's an 8,
Suck it, Kyle. Kyle's like maybe a 9. Let's just relax, sir. Okay. I'm being realistic. No, I don't think any of us are ugly.
well,
But we all have
we all have
our
that going
virtues.
for us, right?
Yeah, we all have our virtues and our faults.
Poor Atlas, he's a ginger.
He really is though, right? Like he really, like, you look at him and you're like, oh, you can't go out in the sun, fucking daywalker. Like, it's not, yeah.
In California, in the middle of the desert.
He'll die. Like,
Right.
just he puts his hand out and he's like, like, why are you steaming? He's like, I don't know. It's my skin's burning. It's on fire.
Well, be sure to check us out. Moving forward, we're going to start our season 3 next week.
We are going to be doing more stuff, I think. I'm working on having a kitchen here so we can be cooking in tandem together and we can do weird shit. But also we're going to try and experiment with stuff as well. So things are going to be doing more, and we'll see you next week for the season premiere of season 3. It'll be spectacular. Epileptic Ginger never had a chance. I mean, his own nervous system is trying to take him out. That's fair.
Hey, yeah, catch me and Kyle tomorrow. We're doing Sketched Out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to interview a guest and talk about their sketches, our guest sketches.
Nice. All right, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you soon. And yeah, subscribe to all of our channels. Otherwise, you're just a jerk. You don't
Right.
want to be